What's up, everybody? Funnel Doc here. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. As you can see over here to my right, your left, is the snapshot that we have of the entire everything that goes into this guy. So we've got everything listed in here. We've got our custom values, our different custom fields, the different calendars we created, the pipeline that we created, the different tags we use, the different workflows that were used, the different staff. Now, when we have staff in here, I want everybody to realize these are just placeholder staff. So, I've got demo staff 1, 2, and there should be 3 actually. There's a third, not another 2. But this could be any of your team. The reason why I use them there is to show how the process works, because in several spots when we're assigning a support person to the actual customer, it's random. So we're just using this as a way to be able to show that. You've got your customer support form, which is a different way they can fill it out, the customer dashboard. Right now it's set up, you can enter on multiple different channels. Basically any channel other than phone call can be entered, and that's going to be in phase 3. We'll be covering phone calls, but also I wanted to have it so that if you wanted a form that you want to be able to give somebody and have them fill out, I wanted to have that option available too. So there is also the form option. I built out a customer service dashboard, and then we've got different trigger links that are tracked in different processes, emails, etc., in different spots. So this is sort of the entire snapshot, or what the snapshot's going to be made up of, just to give you sort of overview. So hopefully you enjoy this. So right here, we're going to first jump in. This is the customer service dashboard right here. We've got issue solved. You'll see I was playing around with it. If I refresh it, they should all be at 0 now, because I believe I deleted everything off of the pipelines. And the way that I have this set up is by pipelines. Yeah, there we go. So we've got your total issue solved, your issue submitted. We've got the 24-hour ticket rule. So we've got level 1 and level 2. As of right now, it's only set up for 2 levels of tickets. You can set up for a third or more, and I can show you how to do that. But to some degree, if the same person submitted more than 2 tickets, you've got probably a lot of issues and probably should get on a call with that person right away, which is part of the escalation system that is in this. We do have the 48-hour tickets here. We've got the 72-hour, and these times can, of course, be adjusted to whatever. Oh, I should make that a custom value. I'm going to make that a custom value. I'll add that custom value in, because then what I can do is I can set that custom value probably, and then whatever you decide it is, it might be able to be. I'll have to think about that one, or you might have to just do it manually by hand. But right now you can adjust these to where, yeah, there's a lot of wait steps and stuff. I don't know that it'd be able to be done through custom values. But anyway, there's a lot of, right now there's a lot of spots. And if you want to go in and make this, maybe you want it every 3 hours or 6 hours or 12 hours or a couple days. I don't know, whatever your customer service process is. Maybe you want one initially, maybe it's like instantaneous. Maybe you want to set it up and you've got your people on standby. You've got enough people going through this that you have customer service ready 24/7. I don't know. The potential is really up to you. And then you've got, like I said, the 48-hour, the 72-hour, and then you've got escalated tickets level 1 and 2. Now, the way that I set this up is there's basically 3 levels. There's your first level of problem solvers, which are the 24 to 72-hour roles. These are the demo staff. Then you've got your escalated ticket. I only made one of this level. Technically, you could have multiple at this level if you needed to. And elevated one, or escalated ticket level 1, is just, hey, the person working on that can't figure it out. They need to escalate the ticket up to get the next level of customer service involved. And you can sort of think of the demo staff or the lower level as like, they know a lot about your stuff, but they're not the best. They can do a lot, but they don't know everything. That's when they need to upscale it to escalated ticket level 1. And then you've got escalated ticket level 2, which is even a step above that. And that's the person who, like, when they get to there, it's like, man, they've got serious stuff they're working on. And then there's one more above that I've got the customer service manager. And the only reason I put that in there is because a lot of times whenever there's notifications for an escalated ticket that goes up, I just have the manager being notified, as well as the escalated ticket members or agents who would be handling it. You'll see all this inside. The funny thing is the actual process it takes for the customer service is very quick. It can be tailor-made more than built out than this if you want to really robust get out, you can. I just made this because I wanted the initial flow and then all the cool stuff in the background that goes on to happen. And that's where all the real magic is. The initial, you know, as the customer, you talk to someone, you report your issue, you get assigned a ticket, and then boom, you're in your, that's it. All the stuff that happens behind the scene is really what we're going to be talking about today. And if anybody has any questions, just put them down in the comments. I'll be sure to reach out and answer those for you. So with that, let's jump into the next page here, which is the actual, this is the customer support. So inside your contact right here, your main areas you're going to be looking at is the way the customer entered, because I've got it set up right now that you can literally enter into any channel. It can be, you know, Facebook Messenger, email, SMS, you know, Google My Business, live chat, chat widget. There might be one more, but all those are listed. And what it does, oh, let me delete this out of here so we'll keep that, is that whatever one you enter in, it tags you that way. It doesn't actually tag you. This one, I had it update the customer field because I wanted to use it other spots and I didn't want to necessarily use it as a tag. And let me delete all the rest of these too. These are the ones I was playing with earlier. Then you've got your first customer support issue, you've got your second customer support issue, and then the 2 ticket numbers that will be assigned to that. Now, since we're speaking about ticket numbers, there is one custom value that I created that is the master custom value, and this is whatever you want to set your ticket number at. You come in here and you go to custom values, and you go to customer support number underneath customer file. Right now it's set to here because I've been playing around with it, but I can come in here and whatever I want it to be. Let's say my favorite number is 13. So let's start with number 13 for this one. And you can maybe set it at a higher number, lower number, it does not matter. You could leave it and it'll start at 0 and go up from there. Every ticket number, because what I've done is assigned the number to the system and not the individual, I'm able to manipulate it and then add that number to the individual or the contact as their ticket number, as well as changing the customer support number at the value level. If you think about the values, the difference between values and custom fields are really the contact level. It's for the individual. It's any information or special variables assigned to that one person, where custom values is system-wide for that sub-account. So it's really the whole system versus the individual. Let's see, next thing we need to talk about here. I guess we can go ahead and run the process. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I accidentally stopped sharing. Let me go back 1 second. Sorry about that. Boom. Is it that one or that one? There we go. The next thing we want to look at is this guy right here. Let me delete this. This should be off. Let me refresh it. This is the pipeline that I built out. Again, it can be tailored to whatever you want, but this is the way that I've created or laid it out. It depends on what your actual customer support flow is and the staff and people you have in place. Now, for people watching, there are going to be 3 different variations. This is V1. This is version number 1. This is the one I just sort of came out with. And I'm not trying to compete against any major brands or anything like that. I just thought this would be something really cool. And it helped build out my own individual skill set so that I knew that I could create something like this at a high level. You know, I always hate that's the name now, because anytime I say high level, it's like a redundant thing. It's so funny. So anyway, you've got your issues submitted here. This, of course, is the very first issue ever. In 24 hours, if they have not been helped or if the problem solved, you will then go to the 24-hour. If it still hasn't been solved, we then roll to the 48-hour. Again, you've got your second ticket line here. Be able to view, again, the dashboard that's set up here. You first got your where you can view it all here and see where everybody's at, who there's assigned. And that's the way it is, too. If you come into the contact, again, this is a customer service. You'll be able to see everybody tracked there. But if you come into contact, you'll see here that we've got people assigned to it. I'm going to turn that off so that you can see that it's clear right now. And then we've also got the area down here. These are for the form. If you'd fill out the form, you use the radio, but you'll see these will populate. So I guess the best way to do it would just get it rolling. And you'll be able to see, this is one thing I love about HighLevel, is right here in the contact, you'll be able to see, as I talk to it live, everything going on here. So with that being said, everything's deleted, everything's saved, we're good to go. Okay, so let's just say, help. I've been working with a lot of roofers lately, so we're going to go roofing. Help, my roof is leaking. And now, mind you, I started talking about the different versions. Now, this is version 1. Version 2 is going to have AI that's added into it. So a lot of this stuff where it's very simple chat bubbles and things right now, at the next level, I'm going to add AI in. It's going to be able to analyze what's being said and being able to respond in the appropriate time. So it's taking a minute to respond. Oh, I'm not sharing the right tab. I apologize. I'm not sharing the right tab, but let me make sure. Let me make sure the. Oh, I know what I need to do. Let me make sure I'm on. They're still in the workflows. Oh, because I was testing it earlier. Let me delete these tags too real quick. That's the other thing we need to have. All when you first engage with this, none of this will be on. So everything. But that just shows you right there. It's set for 2 levels, and I had both of the automations have been set for the second ticket issue. And if you go in and you've already got, so in a way, I just showed you a test that worked. If you've got a different way, I need to set up a follow-up sequence for this for if to respond if you've already been assigned ticket 1 and 2, because right now I have it to where it shuts off and it doesn't reply. So there you go. It's a demo within the demo. I didn't even realize I was doing that. I'll just say help for this one, and we'll get it. That will get it rolling. I forgot that I didn't delete all that stuff. But that's one thing. If you ever have an issue, I need to make a master. There we go. Help. And it was really quick, as you can see. I need to make a master shut off in this, or a master reset to reset everything. I'll add that into the workflows. I'm going to come up with things as I'm thinking about it. So, hi, Jeffrey. How can I help you today? If anytime you want to file a customer support ticket for an issue you're experiencing, please type customer support in the reply. To speak to a human agent, type human agent in the reply, and we will connect you with human agent. And you'll see I have, let me get my Lucid chart out here real quick. Here we go. I have a whole Lucid chart that I designed of this, sort of experiencing the flow of what it's going to look like, and then the different operations that are going on behind the scenes. So that was a different one. Let's go share this tab. So, and again, we'll get into the actual workflows in a little bit. I just want to show you everything. This is a complete, I'm going to show you everything behind. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to show everything. You're not going to miss on everything. You literally are going to be able to rewatch this and make your own if you wanted. So the way that I have this set up for right now, let's zoom in a little bit, is you'll see we're right here where customer engaged with channel. Customer is notified that they can type for support or talk to a human. Customer then says they need customer support. Okay, so then if we go back, let me go pull this guy over here, and we'll move this guy. Yeah, let's move stuff around. There we go. Boom. So now if we go back, you say, boom, we're at that stage. Now, again, I can easily add AI in here, and then you'll be able to say other type of replies or have a different stage or different ways. You can have any type of reply. Mind you, for the initial way I set this up, I just wanted to make it easy. I wanted to make it easy that they're like, oh, customer support. Boom. So we type customer support. I'm doing on Facebook Messenger. There you see it pop up. Now within a couple seconds, you'll see that it will reply. Boom. There we go. Hi, Jeffrey. Let me create a ticket for you for your problem. Please tell me exactly what you need help with, and I will create a ticket for you and notify the right people to get your problem fixed ASAP. So this one, I'm going to say my roof is leaking. All right. So we'll go, my roof is leaking. Boom. Excuse me. I'll drink some water here. There it is. My roof is leaking. There you go. And you'll see here, there's the opportunities created. You've been assigned ticket number 14. What number do we put in the custom value? 13. Thank you very much. And now if we go back to the custom value, wherever that guy is, right here. Do I have it up still? Oh, here we go. So if we go to the custom value, you see it's still 13 here. Now watch, when I refresh, boom, it's going to be 14. And some of you are like, that's so, but to get that to work, it took me forever to figure that out, how to pull the number out of the custom value. And some of you, maybe some of you watching know this already and figured it out. And you're like, Jeff, I've known this for whatever. But for me, it took me forever to figure that out because they're on 2 different systems. You can update a custom value inside, and I'll show you this inside of the workflow. There's a special update value where you can pull a field into a value, but there's not a reverse one. there's not really a reverse one where it's pulling to update a field that you can use with a value like that. You can update and the problem is when you get in there, there's an update field, but if you make it a number, you have to type the number in. You can't use a value or pull any numbers in, any variables in. I'll show you what I mean. And so it took me a while. So I'm really proud of that. I hope that you guys understand. And the cool thing is the way I've got it set up is when the second ticket, it just registers whatever number. So we can come in here and we can edit this right now and act like, hey, look, we had a bunch of tickets come in and we are at ticket number 68 right now, okay? So we're at ticket number 68. Just keep that in mind when we go back to the other screen here that we're at ticket number 68. And let's look on, if we go to this tab, we'll see it didn't pop up instantly, but we'll refresh and you'll see in the pipeline, and you can change stuff and add other stuff so it'll show up on the opportunity if you wanted. What I wanted to show up on the opportunity is I wanted people to be able to see what the issue is, what the date was, and what the time was that it started, or the issue was submitted. So now you've got this that you can go in, and then you come in and you can see the stages that issue submitted. And then here it is with the actual opportunity source where it's got the time, everything in there right now. So coolio, right? Let's see, what else? Is there anything else that we need to go over at this stage? Not really. You'll see the assigned person, like it said, it was assigned demo staff 2. And if we refresh, you'll now see that the fields have been populated in demo staff 2. There's 3, could have been any of them. You saw it was assigned to 1 before. So we go back, you'll see here, it says demo staff 2 right here. And it says here's the opportunity was created. And when you go down to the customer service, you'll see we entered in Facebook Messenger. My problem is my roof is leaking and I'm ticket number 14. And you'll see here, I've been assigned a demo staff 2. Now we're gonna go to the next stage real quick, which is to say I've got another ticket issue. So now help, I'll just say help again. You can say anything for the initial one. It really doesn't matter. To start it. And again, we can adjust that. And then here it is. Is this a new issue? You have been assigned and opened, you have a ticket that is already open, ticket number 14, issue, my roof is leaking. And then I'll reply. And I set it up so you could say yes, any form of yes, or you could say new ticket. Any form of new would sort of set it off. So even though I just come in and type in new, that will work as well. I wanted to try and give it multiple. And in future, like I said, I'm going to add this right now and see right away. It's like new. Hi, Jeffrey. Let me create a new ticket for you for your problem. Please tell me exactly what you need help with, and I will create a ticket for you and notify the right people ASAP. And in the back, I'm going to show you how all the people that have been assigned, I'm keeping them right now with the same staff. If we wanted, I could give them a second ticket, could be assigned to a different person. I just figured it made sense to keep it with the same person, same contact, even if it's a new issue. But we can change that. That's the cool thing about this. You can change that very easily in the background. So what we got to do is tell them the new, we're going to say basement. I don't know, I'm just say basement, whatever. You can say whatever your problem is. And the cool thing is, like I said, in version 2, I'll add AI in here so it can be even more detailed and we'll give a summary. Now, you'll see that in the notes, if I go to notes right here, that all this stuff is being updated. Even right here, look, we just got your second ticket number 69 was issued. Sorry, I had to do it. But look, see, we went from 68 to 69. So see, it's how it's tracked on the back end. And you see, here's the issue that was signed. Here was the ticket number right there. And then here's the second issue. These are all different ones I've been playing with. But you'll see how that's all tracked inside there. I don't think there's anything else. Documents, appointments. No, just the notes. The notes and then your tags. These are important things you'll be able to see. Once these refresh, you'll see that we've got here. Let me refresh it. And you'll see that we've got now the second issue tag and that type of thing. Now, if I was working with this, if I was user 2, what I can do is I can go in and there's 2 escalation tags. There's one escalation tag. There's only one escalation tag I put in here, but I have it set up to recognize if you've already been escalated to level 1 or not. So say I come in here and I'm like, you know what? We got to get this guy escalated. This just is not working. So as a user, I would just come in here and I'd say escalate ticket. Don't play. These are just other tags for other stuff. We would just pick escalate ticket. This is one of the few manual things to escalate the ticket. and to close the ticket solved are the two things that are manual that has to be done by the assigned customer service agent. So now if I want to escalate this ticket, I click the tag to escalate the ticket, and boom, here we go. Hi, Jeffrey, your ticket number 14 has been escalated. One of our top level 1 escalation specialists will be looking forward to, I can't talk. One of our top level 1 escalation specialists is looking forward to helping you with this. I got to work on that. The wording isn't right. Please click this. Now, I included a link because what I want to do is if it's getting escalated, I want it to get solved now. So this is the permanent link to the actual calendar, and this is a trigger link. So when they click on this, I know that they've at least clicked on it to potentially schedule, but if they have or haven't scheduled, that's a different story. That's tracked differently. So, and then if you see here, we can open this in a new tab, and you'll see this is the level one tickets right here. This calendar is for tickets that have been elevated to level 1 by the user assigned to the ticket. And I can change that up to, again, anything can be changed up. So, and then there's all your level 1 calendars. So then we go back in here. That's good. We've been escalated now. I can escalate it again if I now, and that's a cool thing. I'm going to show you back in. You just I need to, the ticket's already been escalated. So I'm going to have to remove this tag as soon as it's been tagged so they can use it, because I only want to use it once. I just want it to be the cool thing that every time you need it escalated, all you do is you type escalate and you know the ticket's getting escalated. So watch now, it will go boom. Right there, you'll see now we've been elevated to level 2 escalation, and here is the calendar for level 2 escalation. Pretty cool, right? I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I worked really hard on this. I thought it was really cool. So anyway, and you'll see now if we go to the board, the calendar, here, let's just go to the dashboard. Let's check it out and see where we've got. So we should only have 1 on here. No, two issues have been submitted. Interesting. I wonder why they're not. Oh, because it hasn't been. Oh, because they have. The reason why not here because they haven't gone past the 24 hours yet. So we can jump into the workflow and I'll push them through the 24 hours just so you can see what will happen and that type of stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. I think you guys got a good idea of how we should have an elevated escalated ticket though. I'll have to check that. So anyway, we'll check into that, and let's go ahead, I guess, and jump into the automations now. Again, you can sort of see now why this is so in depth of everything we've got going on here and all the different workflows and everything like that. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about all this. So we're gonna go in. And if anybody wants to start learning more about this, know that I do have my AI automation agency secrets coaching program. If you want to get involved in that, it's an amazing program. I do trainings in it once a week. We cover AI, digital marketing, AI automations, everything you want to talk about to keep you ahead of the pack when it comes to being a leader in digital marketing. So here we go. We got our customer support auto ticket system. And these are all the different workflows. You see, like, man, this initial one took me forever. And I look back on it now, and I probably should have maybe just did it like 6 different workflows versus trying to make it all into one. You'll see. So here we've got our initial engagement. We've got our apply support to X, and the X is the channel. So whatever channel. And then this one is your open ticket. If it recognizes you already have an open ticket, it goes here. We've got the ability, if they reply human assistant, it then, I'll show you how that's set up right here since we're here. It will then reach out and contact, I wasn't sharing the tab, sorry. So then we've got here, this is for contact human assistant. I'll go back over those again. So customer replies, want to contact a human assistant. They're then filtered to whatever channel they are. They're then assigned a human assistant agent where you see I've got a demo agent that specifically like that's their job is to be phone operator. And the cool thing you can have this is you can have someone that could have their own cell phone. They could have the app downloaded. They could get a notification, jump on their phone and call them right there. So you've got the potential if you set that up right for your service people to be mobile and still be able to do their job. So think about that for the availability. It can create problems if they're not sitting there instantaneous, but I mean, I'm just saying, if you're starting up and you've got one person, or maybe it's you, that's escalation level 2, and you want it to be also set up that you're the human agent, so they call you, so So then you're going to get, first of all, you're going to get, if you go through, depends on whatever channel, you'll go through what phone number would you like us to call you at. Again, we're trying to contact them with a human agent. If this person came in a messenger, we might not have their phone number. I could add an if statement right here to check to see if we have their phone number. And if we do, I mean, we could do that. I'll add that in. That's another thing that I need to add in. I'm gonna add that in right there. Is I'll check to see we have their phone number. If we do have their phone number, then we won't ask for it. We'll just ask permission to call. So then we wait for a reply. It's one of the biggest things you always need to do is make sure you wait for a reply when you ask a question. If you don't, it just goes right through the chain, and that can be a big problem because a lot of this stuff is dependent. So here we wait for a reply. Then we update the contact phone number right here, and you can see you're using the message body. So whatever they replied here, most of the times it's just a number. If I find that this number is having problems pulling it because maybe they're typing more in the message body than actually just the phone number, this would be one of the first places that I would put AI. I just right here, instead of this, I changed it. I would say wait for a reply, and then I go into ChatGPT. It's GPT here, GPT. There we go. So I just add GPT right here, and I would put in the prompt for it to analyze the custom message. So I would just pull in, I'm showing you, this is the next level. This will be version 2 once I set that in. So you just come in here and you say message body, and your prompt would be for it to analyze the message body and to pull the phone number out. And then you just have it drop the phone number in the variable of phone number. And then the next one you see is we update again. It would be at this point, instead of that one, it would be ChatGPT reply is what it would be. And we'd put that there, and then that would update the phone number. So then we've got the internal notification that goes out. This goes out to the assigned user. Again, the assigned user would be the human agent at this point. And this is the SMS that they would get, or an internal notification that would go off on their phone or inside the system. Hi, user first name. So if I was user, hi, Jeff, a customer would like you to help them. And then I've got it time stamped for their date and time. I have their number and their phone number. I put on another one. I need to put the issue. That's another one I need to do. I'll go back and put issue on here because that would be cool if they knew what the issue was. I guess I could just do that right now on this one, and then I'll go back and do it later on the rest. And we'll pull it in so you guys can sort of see how it is. You go to custom values, you go to custom fields, and then you go to, it is customer support issue. Here we just put support. There we go. Here we go. Customer support issue right here. Bam. There we go. And now what it will do is when it sends them the message, you will have that as well as the customer support issue. Sweet. So we're going through, we got the notice. Now it adds the notes for the actual client right here next. So next we add note for the contact that they requested human customer support. They were assigned to this person. Here is the name, boom, boom. I don't know if on this one I need the issue. I guess we can just be consistent and put the issue here as well. It's like a couple of clicks, so it's not really that big of a deal. But let me see. And customer, oh, they're at the bottom now because I added the emojis. Boom. I just added those emojis. I just like them. They stand out better, especially when you're going through everything on a person's profile on their customer profile sheet. It's just cool to have that because now if I see a yellow ticket, I know that's ticket number 1. If I see yellow hand, that's issue number 1. If I see a red hand, that's issue number, or red, it's a siren. If I see a red siren, I know that's issue number 2. If I see a red ticket, that's their ticket number for issue number 2. So it just keeps it easier that way. And then the channel is a megaphone. So it's what channel they're in. The next thing we've got here is the create the opportunity. So this is where it goes into the pipeline here, goes in the customer service pipeline, drops them in. Now this is where I need to go. I guess I didn't add it on this one for some reason. Oh, because this is the email, huh? No, Facebook Messenger. Interesting. I had it set up to where it had the issue and then timestamped, but this one just says the issue. So a lot of people don't know this. Is this what it says opportunity source? You can put a lot of different stuff right here. You don't have to just put that. And then you can also, if you wanted to, you can come in and add more fields this way. So if I wanted to have like his ticket number on here, I could come in and pull in. I would have to make it custom field, but an opportunity. For those who don't know, custom fields have two different levels, you could say. They have the contact level itself, and then they have the opportunity level, which is in the opportunities themselves. And they can mean the exact same thing, but sometimes they don't. So that's why people separate them. So I would need to build one out and put one right there if I wanted to add any more fields that were on the opportunity stages. So yeah, anyway. And then next thing is we wait 24 hours. If it has not been resolved, which that is the only other issue, you escalate a ticket, you resolve a ticket. That's the only other things that happen that the agent has to do that are tags. Other than that, everything's automated. So if they say that they solve an issue, and I'll show you that workflow, it pulls them out of all the workflows, it removes all the tags, does everything, it basically resets everything if the issue's been solved. If not, then in 24 hours goes by, they get tagged with 24 hours have passed. And now if we go through 24 hours past, it's just a simple workflow here. You'll see pretty easy. Yeah, a decent amount of stuff to it. So you've got, once they're tagged with 24 hours tagged, they're moved to the 24-hour opportunity. A note has been added, will be added. Their problem hasn't been solved for 24 hours. We're going to then wait 24 hours again. At that point, if it hasn't been updated, we're going to remove 24 hours and add 48 hours. And guess what that does? The exact same thing, updates it, tags them, etc. We can add more alerts if I want to. At the 72-hour level, I then notify the manager. At that point, there's a notification here for the manager. Other tags are made, asserted, removed from the workflow. You'll see a note here, 24, and then the eternal note goes to the manager, 72-hour alert. Here's their name. Here's their issue. Alerts notified, you know, that type of basic stuff right there for that updated. Now, the next other major workflow is the actual one that we sort of got off track was we went through the customer support issue, which was the first one we went through, which is this one right here. So we just finished this guy. That was it, which added the 24-hour tag. Now, that was, let's see, what else do we need to go through? We got the contact human. The next one would be if they have an open ticket, which is very similar. The way that this one is, they reply in the chat, any type of thing that they need chat help with the chat. Boom, go inside here. You'll see we've got the different levels set up here. So if we've got like Facebook Messenger is the one I've been using, we've got different tags on them as well as checking different fields to make sure that this person meets the criteria. That's one of the issues that I ran into a bunch. Like anytime they replied to something, if you didn't have the reply set up and tagged accordingly, it would trigger other workflows. So all of a sudden I'd be like replying, here's what my issue is. And it'd be like, sweet, what's your issue for ticket number 2 or whatever. So this took me a little while to figure out the exact phrasing and tagging and everything I could use to make these filters so that they'll only, if you get that second. That's why when I replied to it at the beginning of the training and I hadn't deleted the actual the issues and everything, nothing happened because I'd set it so that nothing would happen right now. So then you go through Facebook Messenger. You're going to then see right here, let's zoom in just a little bit. We update how they came in. We ask if it's a new issue. They then say, yes, it's a new issue. If it's an issue, if it's not an issue, then I just have right now, I have okay. It's not a new issue. We'll alert the agent assigned to you. Thanks for reaching out. If for some reason they don't understand the message, if they say anything other than yes or no, or give some type of phrasing, it then goes down this none pathway or alternate pathway, where at that point it tells them, sorry, I don't understand. Is this a new issue? It waits for a reply and then goes back to see how they respond and goes down each tree accordingly. Now, I did not show you this in the other one, but on this one, I'll go ahead and show you here. When they originally, I didn't show you how I figured out the ticket. This is, man, this right here, this is, so here we waited for the reply. They asked them when we first come in, they say, let's create a ticket. We didn't go through this. So this one, we tag them. They get tagged customer report. They go down whatever ticket they're in. You'll see right here, they at that point say, hey, what's up? Let me create a ticket for you. Now, here's where the magic was, because here's the deal. You can go in right now and I can update a value. That is not a problem. I can go right here and I can pull a value in here and I can update a custom value. You can go value to value and I can update a field. So if I go up, if I go field, and I want to update a contact field, that's not a problem. I can go update a field, and I pull the field in here. The problem is, if I pull a number in here, like here we'll say ticket, so I can find it. There, here we are, second ticket number. Let's go with the first ticket number. It's a digit. You can't, it won't let you put anything in here. You can't put anything in here. It has to be a digit. So how do I make this digit so that it's a variable that I can pull in as a custom value, then do math to it to update it, and then still be able to reset it? This took me forever. This literally, it took me forever, but there's a trick. So I learned how to bring the number in. What you do is you create an operation, but you don't do anything to it. One of the things that you can do is you can actually bring in right here in the addition. When you go to math, let me show you your math here. You can go into it. You can go into ticket. And you'll see we've got the operations. You can add, multiply, subdivide, whatever. But they allow you to build it, bring in a custom value. So what value did I bring in? I brought in the value that's the customer support number that's attached to it. That's how come we were able to update it. Boom. I know. I was really excited about that. It took me literally, I worked on that for so many freaking hours. You do not know how long it took me to figure out that little hack. And some of you, I hope a light bulb is going off like crazy right now where you're like, holy crap, Jeff, you figured it out. A couple of you might have already figured this out. Maybe it's well known. I don't know. Maybe there's a work around this that I don't know about, but this is one of the hardest things I've found is how to have a number that adjusts and be able to adjust that to different contacts. And here's what I did. So you bring it in and you add it, but it's added to itself. So it's itself. It's added to zero. It's added to zero. If we go to the execution log, and we look at, and I highly recommend anybody who works in workflows to you reply on the execution log. Check out the execution log. This will tell you so much going on behind the scenes that you can't figure out on your own sometimes. So here's your math operation. You see here, here's the one bring it in, which I tagged them, and then here's the operation. If we go to the view details, you'll see the first, oh, wrong one. We want to bring it in first. Here it is, 0 plus the custom value is that. And then in the next one, I just simply added 1 to it. I simply added 1 to it. I took right here, bring in the number. Then now we have the number. The number is now 13. Add 1 to it. The now updated field is 14. Bam. So the next thing is, if no one has been assigned to the contact, we then assign them. And you'll see here, I've got the ability to split evenly or unevenly. Right now, I've got all the demos signed that are evenly split. So it could be anybody. And I've got it highlighted, so only apply to unassigned contacts. So if somehow somebody got in here, they wouldn't get reassigned. Now, if we wanted to have it so that every time they'd be assigned someone, so ticket 1 would have somebody different, ticket 2, flip the switch. All you got to do. All you got to do is flip that switch, and then it will assign someone even if they've been assigned. Because technically, there's no way someone should ever get down this workflow with all the different stops and everything. So no one will get to this point. So if you decide you want to be able to assign each ticket to a different user or different staff, all you do is flip the switch, and then they'll be assigned that way. Next thing down is you've got your SMS ticket that goes out. This is right here. We've got it goes to the staff that's been assigned. Whoever gets assigned, they'll be getting an SMS as a notification, type of notification assigned to user. And go in, and we've got the issue, we've got the contact's name, and then their service number right here. I should probably put a timestamp on it too, just so they can have that. So maybe I'll do that too later. I'm just going through and noticing stuff now that I'm really talking about it out loud. First time I've talked about it. So then we got the note that's updated here. Ticket number assigned to an issue. This is where we update the contact field with a message body for the updated issue. We then send them, and see all that happened from the moment the person goes, I have an issue, I need to speak to customer support. That's great. And the initial response is on another workflow, and then they bring them in here as soon as they're tagged, as soon as they reply that they have customer support. And that's what this one is. This is where they have the phrase customer support is used here. So they're brought in here. The initial response is basically the same workflow. I think we started that one. And so we bring them in, we tag them as customer support and everything. They come in. But look at everything that happened behind the scenes from the time they tell you they have a problem to the time the ticket's issued. And then you'll see, here's my guy waiting at 24 hours. So now what we can do is we can just push him through 24 hours. And now you'll see that he'll be updated. And if we go to the actual contact here, you'll see that he's been moved, or conversations, I mean. We go to conversations. You'll see now that he's been moved from that opportunity to the next. So, and you'll see right here, I gave him a message. Jeffrey, your ticket number has been escalated. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. It doesn't give a message. It's just all behind the scenes. Sorry, I didn't add a message to it. I didn't want him to tell it to be more. And you could add it in there if you wanted that it's been more than 24 hours. But, you know, that depends on, I mean, that's an easy add. But then we go to the opportunities is what I wanted to show. So there we go. So we got the first one, we got the second one, and yeah, looking good. So next thing here is we'll go back to this, almost done. And the initial one, like I said, this is your initial engagement where they come in right here, and it's just anything that's your first initial engagement. It's just they replied. And doesn't have a tag initial engagement. This is one way that I was able to track this. As soon as they go through, I added tag that they've had initial engagement, so that way they're not able to loop it. And then they're just tagged accordingly. It's a very quick workflow. And those are the main ones right there. We've got the escalated ticket. I've got a 3-hour alert on that. So then every 3 hours, what it does, depending on how you escalate it, what side it is, you'll see right here, and this is why I want to leave it. This is really easy. It's an easy workflow to make, and I just think it'd be better to leave it. That all you do is escalate ticket, rather than escalate ticket 1, escalate ticket 2, because I can just come in here right now. Has the ticket been escalated? If it hasn't, well, guess what? It's obviously the first escalation. So we go here. If it has been escalated, then we need to move it to escalation 2. So then we've got the assigned to 1 or 2, depending on what tree branch you're in. Then we've got on here, we've got the notification for the manager that goes out. A ticket has been escalated by whoever the contact first username was at this time and date, ticket number, issue, first ticket, second ticket, and then we've got the issues for each one. The reason why I had these on here, I wasn't sure if I wanted to have ticket 1, ticket 2, because here's the deal. If they don't have a ticket 2, this just won't show up. But if they have one that's been escalated, it will show up. I don't know. I'll look at that. We'll play with it. I want to put this in workflow so we can actually get it going and get people using it. The first 10 people that sign up for this is going to decide to get the actual snapshot. I'm going to be working with you and using it and making sure and testing it out because it's something I really want to work on. Like I said, version 2, we're going to be adding in AI at all these spots. So anyone that signs up and gets the snapshots, when I update it, you automatically get all the updations. That's not a word. And then version 3, the final version, is going to have voice AI. So we'll be able to literally add phone where you'll call. If it wants to talk to someone, it'll go to voice AI first. We can always attach a human assistant if they still want to go beyond voice AI. But that is the third phase. It's, version 1, 2, and 3. Next one, we'll be working through all this, perfecting it, and then adding in at all the different spots where it does actual messaging. We'll add AI in there so it's able to make sure it gets everything perfect as well as engage on different levels. And then the third phase will be adding voice in. And then I got this little loop right here, and you can set this for whatever. So if you wanted this every hour, maybe if the problem hasn't been fixed and it's been escalated to level 2 or 3 or whatever, boom, maybe you want it every. So I've just got it every hour now. This person is going to be looped, and then the manager is going to get this. This issue is not solved, and then it's going to be boom. And so just every 3 hours, the manager is going to get another notification. Boom, it's not solved. So they'll keep, so that way the manager can keep on top of stuff that way. And that might be annoying to some, but it's a system we need to alerts. So there you go. Then we've got the same thing, 24, 48 hours passed, same stuff. Then we've got the ability that if we go into the actual conversation and then we go into the user, well, here, let's go, not conversation. We've got to go in opportunity or contacts, the contact profile itself. And we go in there and then I'm the client or I'm the actual customer support. And I'm like, woo, we finally got this done. I'm so stoked about this. We come in, we add the tag of solved. You just always type solved in there. And then you got issue 2 or issue 1. We'll go with issue 1 solved. and then the opportunity to be updated, and that is that. Boom, there we go. Well, it's 1 too. There we go. It's marked as 1. That's the other thing, is not only does it move, but it also updates the opportunity as 1. And that's pretty much the customer workflow. I really appreciate everyone watching. If you're interested, I am going to be selling the first 10 of these for 99 bucks. So if you decide you'd rather just give me 99 bucks rather than have to build this thing out from scratch, as well as get my help in perfecting it and optimizing in your system, go ahead and let me know. I'd be more than happy to sign you up for that. There'll be a link down in the comments, or you can let me know in the comments, say what's up, and I will send you the link. Or you can say customer support in the comments, and I'll send you the link. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Funnel Doc out. Peace.